This video is going to be a short introduction to Makecode Arcade. We're going to start off in Makecode Arcade, which is arcade.makecode.com. We're going to sign in. Click sign in on the upper right. I signed in with my school Google account. And we're going to give this project a name. We're going to call this one Coordinate Walker, and I think you'll see why we called it that in the second video, but for now we can just call it Coordinate Walker. Alright, inside of Makecode Arcade, it starts off with this onStart block. Anything you put inside of this onStart block will happen when the game is started. You can see you have a screen on the left. This is kind of like how you can see your game and test out what you're making. This column right here with all the different tabs here, this is where you're going to get all your blocks. And you can go through each tab to find the block you're looking for, or you can search for it. So if you're searching for a specific block, like maybe move or something like that, you could find it by searching up here. We are going to start by making a sprite. Now, a sprite is like a character for your game, so I'm going to go into the Sprites tab, and I'm going to click on Set My Sprite To, and I'm going to click on this. I'm going to start with like a white background, so I'm going to take the white paint bucket, and I'm just going to fill in this square. You can see the size of this is 16 by 16 pixels. You can see that down in the bottom left. We filled it in with all white. Next up, I'm going to take the pen tool, and I'm going to draw a red square in the center. So I've chosen the largest size cursor, and I've chosen the paint tool, and I'm going to paint a square kind of in the center if I can. That looks pretty good there. And when I'm done drawing my character, I'm going to say done. I know this doesn't look like much of a character at first, but this is just what we're starting with. Next up, I'm going to go into the controller tab. So you click on the controller tab here, and I'm going to have move my sprite with buttons. And I'll put that in there. And after those two blocks of code, you can move your cursor over here to, it looks kind of like a Game Boy. It's where we test out our game. And by using this, we can move our cursor, our little character around the screen just with the code that we've made already. So it doesn't take a lot of code to make a little arcade game in Makecode Arcade, so just showing you how you can test that out. I wanted to add a little more to this game. Why don't we add a background? So inside of scene, I'm going to go set background image to. I think I'll put it up above my sprite. And I'll click on this. I'll click on maybe the dark purple. And I'll click on the paint bucket, and I'll just paint it all purple. So again, my character can move around the screen, and now the back of the screen is purple. So if you want to have a little bit more explore and look around at the different blocks they have, we are going to stop there in this video for now, and the next video will pick up from where we left off and add more functionality to the game. Just to review really quickly, we learned kind of the layout of this IDE, or Integrated Developer Environment. We learned how to set the background image, and we just set it to a solid color. We learned how to create a sprite and actually draw a sprite. And we also learned how to move that sprite around with the buttons.